Vesna is going to present her assessment task number 1, and I'm going to share the screen with you. Would you like to show something to us, Vesna, as well?
Everything, just whatever you got there, just put it up.
So I'm going to just share your mood boards. Which one would you prefer to start with?
Art Nouveau,
Excellent.
Which is mood board 1, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to give me a second. I'm just going to find it. Okay. Here it is. Okay. So I'm just going to the full screen. Full screen mode. And I'm just going to share it with you. Just bear with me a second.
That's all right. I'm still trying to get the
beautiful
screen up.
You should be able to see the mood board.
Ooh.
Can you see it? Guys, can you see the mood board?
Yes, I can see it.
Excellent. So Vesna, here you go.
I can't see the mood board because it's asking me to launch the application for Zoom. Yes. But anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
The brief was to create 2 mood boards for a client in an inner city apartment. One style was to be found from the 1800s to 1900s, and one was to be from 1900s to 1980s. And they are to be different as to allow the client a different opinion in choosing interior design. I chose Art Nouveau and high-tech styles for my 2 mood boards. In my mood boards, I tried to encapsulate the whole period, including all its elements, from architecture to interior design, art and furniture, as well as organic images or screens and wallpaper that imitate both organic or high technical. Both mood boards are not just different in styles, but they're also different in color schemes. And yes, you're right, Polina, when you said to me they're both very different but yet very organic. Being in architecture for so long, it's something that I encapsulate in my interior design when I do my interior spaces, even when I can't do that on the outside of the building. So both characters are extremely close to my heart. So this is why
sorry, put us through the numbers, especially the elements, like say, for example, 22, number 2, interesting to know all the interior design elements you found, references.
Art Nouveau, well, it is a very short period in an architectural or design style. It's something that sits between, say, Baroque back in the 1800s and the modernists in the 20th century. It is a style that encompassed to finally amalgamate all the artistic elements together, which means that architecture, art, interior design, furniture, graphic design, interior design, textiles, household silver, even jewelry, everything was the one. It all had same significance. It was all as important as each other. It was the biggest breakthrough that I find extremely important to me as an artist. It's finally when these artists and these schools finally encapsulated everything, every little design aspect into one, but it was organic. It was very organic, even though it did go back to basic components like, you know, your squares and circles and triangles and stuff. But he went to organic furniture, and he was based on freedom of expression as well as geometric expression. So it was a style that talked about both design and function.
Okay, so if you have a look at the references, or I'm wondering, number 22, what this design belong to? So you sent the reference list to me, remember?
Yes, I did. And I'm just, because I'm not seeing the screen, I have to just quickly go into my assessments, mood board 1, and I'm just going to go into my, okay, 22. All right. That's crafts. So it's arts and crafts. It went into glassware as well. It went into, 22 is this amazingly beautiful crafted ornamental piece of exclusive ornament that you would furnish.
Yeah.
It's not actually part of furniture. It's not part of architecture. It's not part of anything. It's an art.
So we don't know who designed that.
Who designed that? Yes, I know who designed that.
Did you put it in the reference, my question?
I did. Yes, I did. I'm sure I did. And I will just go into the bloody reference. 22. Did I get that wrong? Because you know what? When I studied this stuff 22 years ago in university, we didn't have internet. We only had books and libraries, and we had to reference also the book, the page, and the page of the photo.
When I look at your reference, I'm just going to quickly share your reference to show the students. Okay, so here it is. So your reference, can you see the Word document now, guys?
Yes, I can see it.
Excellent. So thank you, Beth. If we go back to 22, see what you put in. You said earn from indulge.com, and you referenced Pinterest website. Now, it's not a good idea to reference Pinterest. Okay?
Yes.
Because you need to go back to Pinterest and you need to click on the website and you need to locate who's designer. Okay.
Yes,
so
the original.
For example,
yes,
yeah, 21 is good because it is Alphonse Mucha. And if we go back to our mood board and we have a look at it again, so I'm just going to quickly share it with you again. So we'll have a look at 21. The poster here, yes, it's Alphonse Mucha. So that was a correct reference. Now, what do you need to pay attention with your references, guys, that you need to use APA style, APA style. So it's important to put where you're taking the image from and who's the designer so we can refer back to it, okay? Now, the next reference you have here, number 20, while you're seeing the mood board, so have a look at number 20, that beautiful image, right? We really want to know who designed it, but with your references, it says that it's a Wikipedia. So we don't want to use Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I said Wikipedia is not a standard because anyone can put something into Wikipedia. Anyone. You don't even need to be smart or anything. Now, number 17, you have Laura Spector's Art Nouveau inspired furniture as a modern eco nightstand. So we'll have a look at number 17. Okay, where is it? Oh, I can't see it. Nightstand. No, 2019, 16, 7. Where is the 17? I'm struggling. Can you see some? Oh, I see. Left bottom corner. Okay, beautiful. So in that case, you taking it from the blog, that's fine, as long as we know who designed that.
Yeah, I needed to go back to the original source. I actually texted Nguyen today, and I said, you know what? I need help with referencing. I've gone over the APA system, and it just doesn't sit with me well because.
Okay. So now, guys, you probably all have that document with APA reference. In the sorry interrupting your presentation. I'm just going to clear that up for all of you. So the document, that particular one, you should have it in your documents altogether. So see, it says here, APA referencing tool. Can you hear me, guys?
Yep.
Excellent. So one of those is real good. I think it was one of these. I'll just give me a second. Maybe this one, SiteRight. Yes. So that website, SiteRight, quit.agu.au. Okay, so I'm just going to share it with you quickly here. Is excellent for referencing because you really don't need to know anything. Okay, so can you see that website, guys? Can you see it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can see.
Now, Vesna, when we want to reference images from internet, what we need to do is to go Creative Works.
Yes.
We go Image, and here it is.
Shit. Okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
So it's very easy. So, for example, if you want to mention it in text, that's how it should look like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In your real reference, that's what it should look like. See this?
I really don't usually reference any text with my images.
Unless you're doing a writing, about it. Okay.
So it's McQueen A 2010 fall. All right. So it's going back to the original image.
That's
original
right.
tools. Okay.
So obviously we know that Alexander McQueen is a designer. That's the year it was designed. That's the name of the image. Fall 2010 ready-to-wear collection. That's in square brackets. It tells us that's an image. Okay. We're referring to. And that tells us when we actually retrieve it. So we retrieved it on June the 2nd, 10. And that's where we retrieved it from.
Okay. Can I tell you something? It's taking me longer to reference this material than it is to do my assignment.
Yes, it is. It's at the beginning. If you don't know how to use APA style, it might take you longer. But as soon as you get a hang of it, so first go the author, comma, then his second name, then the year, then the name, then the image in square brackets, and then the date, and then the website.
I apologize.
You will do it automatically. It will be very quick. Unfortunately, this is the requirements for the diploma level. And if you go to the university, it's not going to change. It still will be the same APA referencing style. Unless you're not back then
we didn't have internet. We had only books and libraries.
You would reference it the same way.
I know. Yes, you're correct. But this is different because when you go into an image, you need to click onto that image about 4 times to actually find the original reference.
That's right. And that's a problem of the internet because there is so much on the internet and, you don't know who created it. You don't know who's the author. You don't know where the website you went to was a correct website, and people are responsible for what they're publishing. When you look on a website, always look on the bottom who are creators if there isn't a name there. So there is no one responsible for the information, and I wouldn't use it. So to my opinion, books are always a safe bet.
Yes, absolutely.
You reference to the clear source, and publishers would definitely check it.
I've just been very, I do not use images in my design in architecture. I've learned a long time ago about copyright laws. I do not allow people to bring me, say, brochures from Metricon or Port of Davis or any of that stuff. I just don't allow that stuff in my office. If they want a design, they can sketch it themselves.
That's right.
I get personal with them. I understand their lifestyle. I design from scratch. So
That's right. So as you can see here, if you go to, the same way you can go reference books, and if it's your electronic book, dictionary, encyclopedia, etc. So just follow that, and I think that link will give you all the information how you need to reference. It's very simple, online material. So see here, you go YouTube, podcast, everything.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Guys, do you have any more questions about referencing?
I just wanted to is it Vesna? I found this website called Cite Me on the internet, where it pretty much gives you little boxes where you type in the information, so the author's name, where it was, where you found it, everything like that, and it puts it in order, so it generates the reference for you. So you don't have to type it out.
Good.
Yeah, so that helps you. That helps you.
Yeah, the name of the website?
I think it's Cite Me. I'll just double check. I'll just put it in the chat. 1 second. Oh, I can't. Where is it? Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, Cite Me. Yeah, I can see what you've written. It helps write reference in the same way. Okay, so we can maybe just try it and have a look whether it's
nice. Yeah, that sounds good. So it references back to the original source, does it?
No, it doesn't reference back to the original source, but it helps you in composing the reference when you're writing it out. So you don't have to,
Yeah.
I think it's Cite Me. I'm not too sure.
It does. If it's .com, I can't find it. We probably need to investigate it and Google it to see that.
Yeah.
But thank you for that. It probably definitely will help students to make it easier. If you want, what you can do, Lauren, when you find the website, post it on the Facebook. Are you linked to our Facebook?
Yeah. I'll post it, definitely.
Yeah, and then everybody can see it, and that would be just great.
That sounds good.
Share it. Make sure that you share it with the Martin group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good work. That's good. So, Vesna, are you part of our website?
Yep. No worries. I'll have a look at that, and I've taken up more than 5 minutes of my presentation already.
That's okay. Well, I'm still waiting for the mood board number 2.
Can I just, before we go on, could I just ask a quick question?
Yes.
Do we have to just provide a reference list for our assignment work, or do we need to have a comprehensive list for every activity that we do? Say session 7, activity 2 was a mood board. Do we have to have a comprehensive list for every image that we put on Mahara?
It's a tricky question. You're supposed to.
Okay.
But
I haven't done that, so I'll go back and do that.
Yeah, the thing is that it's going to take you a while to do that, but it's definitely compulsory for your assessments.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to do it for the assessments and where it's required. Okay, it's very important to just follow that up. Okay.
I will.
Okay. So, guys, Vesna, are you prepared to do the second mood board?
Yes, I'll do the high tech.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned to me in your comments, yes, I do use a lot of architecture.
Yeah.
It's just a massive part of me. But I did try to encapsulate everything else. Like I say, it's to me, I feel very strongly related to Art Nouveau, because to me, art is art, creation is creation. It's all one and the same. Whether it's a little cloth you put on your table, or whether it's a monstrous concrete 56-story structure, it's the same crap. At the end of the day, they need to speak to each other. They need to correlate with each other. What is outside needs to speak to each other. I cannot even explain to you how many times I've designed contemporary homes for clients, and then they invite me for their housewarming, and I walk into the entry and I am mumbo-jumboed by incoherence with visual, I don't know, let's call it heritage or just patriotic or personal preferences, or completely incoherent with what their outside is to what the inside is. So I'm starting to think that people design their home for the outside for the public and the inside for the private personal use. So
yes, there must be a connection. Absolutely, you're right. So tell us about this mood board, what we've got here.
I'm talking about, you're correct, they're very organic, but extremely different. Art Nouveau and high tech. And it's something that it's very close to my heart, and you will probably find that with the rest of my course. I'm high tech and I'm organic in and surreal as well. In all that I do, I design and I paint and I draw and everything. This thing is high technology. Everybody strives for it. What is high technology? High technology is what is the highest in technology in today, okay? And only the most probably rich can afford most of it, and the middle class or the high class get themselves in debt to be in it. It's just a social dogma at the moment. You want to stand out, you want to be the best, and you want to have the best. So yes, it is correct that they're organic forms, Art Nouveau and high tech, but at the same time they're extremely different.
So what is the difference with high tech compared to Art Nouveau?
It's the money, to be honest, and it's also the actual design. Some people actually do appreciate creativity, and some people just appreciate money. So it's an inner city apartment we're designing for. I've met too many of these people. They live like rats in a box, to be honest. Some want high technology in it, and some want life in it. So they either going to put shitload of pot plants on their balcony to say they're green, and all the rest, and some are going to have walls that move in and out.
Okay, so tell us about those images. Image number 2, what does it represent?
To me, that is high technology. That is the ultimate. That is.
So, do you know who designed that building? So you said it's a modern office tower by Edis.
Yes, it is. It's one of those things that that make people stand and reflect, and it's what people do when they ask for interior designers.
Okay, so I'm just skipping through your references. I'm just going to share it with the students again quickly. Okay, so here's your references, and so the number 2 we know, but then we don't really know who designed the rest of the images either, so we need to look at that. Tightly woven carbon fiber background texture, wallpaper. So we don't know. This one we do know. Number 14, 3D printed shoes nominated for 2012 Marlboro Accessory Award. It's a beautiful shoe, amazing. So that's well done. High touch fashion, Hyson, Shaline, and etc. So obviously the problem here that we need to definitely know who designed the item. Okay. The other thing which I wanted to note on the mood board, just quickly, I'm just going to go back to that. Beautifully done mood boards. I really like the arrangement, and I really like the colors differences you placed on the mood boards, and how you organize the numbers, etc. What I would like to see here is more interior design elements. Okay, so you have the chair here, you have a few architectural buildings, but like you have the sculpture, but you don't have interior design on its own. So it would be great to see examples of the high-tech interior designs.
See, my high-tech interior design is based on the architecture, the shoe, the chair, and all the prints. So it was something that I would create, actually.
That's right. You would create that, but the client would want to see some examples previously done in that style. If you could locate some of them, but don't go overboard, maybe 2 or 3, and then maybe collect the pieces of furniture you think would suit that high-tech style, and collect the fabrication, like, you know, fabrics, collect some finishes, like you did here, 10, 11, and 12. They don't look like finishes, they look like textures generated on the computer. We would like
to references from, they were actually iPad screens.
That's right. They are generated on the computer. We would like to see how you would tell client what kind of wallpaper will look high-tech, or what kind of wall finish will look high-tech.
Okay, so
we need to get
getting this right then. I thought it was a mood board. I wanted them to decide between organic or high-tech, and then when they decide what they want, then I would go and start designing feature walls and elements inside that space.
Yeah, but we also want to give them the reference of the style. So give them the swatches of the fabrics, you know, possible swatches. Give them the swatches of the floorboards, you know. Give them the idea how you would decorate it with, like, you know, different elements like vases and etc. So just from your permission, I'm just going to have a look, and I'm just going to show you some other students' mood boards, so to make it clear for you. Don't take me wrong, the mood board is real good. It's real beautiful, and really appreciate all the work you put in. Guys, what do you think about the mood board?
Yeah, it's really great, Vesna, and thank you so much for all your work. And I've really learned a lot from what you've done.
Thank you.
That's good. Okay. So just quickly, I want to find, we only have 5 minutes left. Just quickly, if we're going to get interrupted and cut out, so that might happen quickly. Just
is what the swatches that I made myself from it's just PowerPoint. I just use PowerPoint for my presentations, and I make my own colors.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So this is okay. So that's a mood board which was made by hand by Emily. Hopefully she had her baby. That's one of my first students.
Okay. Oh, okay, wonderful.
So you can see that mood board. So she's done it by hand. You don't need to do it on the computer. You really can go and collect the images and the swatches and put it together yourself. She numbered all the images. She obviously did the reference into them. And you can see how she put the fashion in there. She put all the images which relate to Victorian style.
Yes.
She also gave the client of an idea of what it would look like, or what it was looking like back then. Okay. And she also shown the finishes, and that's pretty much it. You know, it gives your client an idea what items you're going to go and purchase, what you're going to put in the home, you know.
Yes.
Okay. So that's just make it a little bit more clear for you. So just another one. You don't need to redo it. It's well done mood board. It's just a different
I know. I'm saying I come from a architectural background.
That's
and
right, and that's what it feels like. That it looks like
it's probably going to be my struggle through the whole course to eliminate architecture out of the interior design. But
no, just you need to marry them, make a happy marriage.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. This is why I'm doing this.
Okay, so we have less than a minute. So this is another mood board done by Jessica, and beautiful, one of my first students. So well done. See how she's got the real swatch of the leather there, and she's got a color scheme there happening, and like, you know, all the finishes and colors. So this is really feels like, you know, 1850s. So she put a Chester shield, sofa, and etc. Okay.
Yes, it is beautiful. I need to put some personal touches in it.
Yes, exactly. Personal touches. And when you do it by hand, it looks much better, actually.
Okay, I'm going to start sketching for you.
Oh, that would be lovely. That's your next assessment. Now, guys, we have less than a minute. Just let me know. Do you have any more questions?
Just one quick one.
Yep.
Assessment 2. I've started on it.
Yep.
Like I said, Art Nouveau is my soft spot. I've got a chair in mind. For 3D, do I have to do a model, or can I do it in 3D?
You need to do a model. If you just go to our YouTube channel, you will see how students presented the model and how they presented the assessment task number 2. So
that's fine. I love doing models.
I'll just quickly show you once. So first of all, if I have time, just, you know, we might just get stopped at any minute. So have a look at this. So the first one, can you see the marshmallow seat?
Yes, yes.
So first she sketched it, okay, and she wrote all the, you know, blob about it. So I'm just the second one, just do another share, just quickly.
Can you email this link to us, please?
It's all on the Facebook and on YouTube, so you can see.
Okay.
Okay. So